All right, welcome into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. It's Friday. Got a little pep in your step, right? There's only one Friday per week, so let's not try to screw this one up. Let's take a look and see. This is the halfway point, right? Mr. Tony St. James has given me the baton. I'll see how he's left these markets and see if I can do anything to improve them. But I know it's been a rough go in the equity world. Let's see about the ag world. What's going on with corn? Well, it's kind of a rough one there as well. We fell off that $5 horse a couple of times this week. We're down at $4.93 in March corn, 4 3/4 cents lower on the day, and now we're a penny off the low. So we've had about a 7 1/4 cent range, a penny off the low, but that's not too good. July's down 5.5 cents to 5.11 1/4, and if we got D, that's off. That's the new crop. That's off 3 1/4 cents to 4.76 1/4. All right, let's take a look at beans. How are they doing? Well, they're also off, but not quite as much as corn. 4 3/4 cents lower in that March soybean. 10.40 3/4 is last. It's about 3.5 cents off the low of the day. July's down 3 3/4 cents to 10.74 even. SEP, well, that's off a penny and 3/4 to 10.58 1/4. So there you go, anywhere between a penny and 3/4 to 5 cents lower across the board with the beanies. Let's go to Chicago wheat, Chi-Town wheat, 4.5 cents better. That's 5.90 is last there, 3 cents off the high of the day. We've had about a 8-cent range. We'll take it, right? July's up 4 1/4 cents. I like to see a little green on the screen here. 6.18 1/4 is last in July wheat in Chicago. And that, too, is only about 3 cents off the highs. And we've got a D-Sport up 3 1/4 cents to 6.50 1/4. All right, hard red, Kansas City. What's going on there? 6 cents higher in the hard red. March stands at 6.13 1/2. July stands at 6.38 1/4. That's up 6 1/4 cents as well. D's up 6 1/4 to 6.69 1/2. Spring wheat, Minneapolis. Well, just up 1/4%. March 6.33 is last. We're in the middle of a 6-cent range. How about that? 1 1/4 cents better in July to 6.61 1/2, and D's is up 2 1/4 cents to 6.86. We'll take a look at cotton. We'll get to our guest analyst. Cotton, well, here we go, 33 points lower in March. 65.64 is last. May is down 6 points to 67.41. Let's bring him in. That's our next guest analyst, Mr. Joe Lardy, CHS, coming to us from Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. All right, Joe, I rattled off a bunch of numbers there. Anything jump out of you?
Well, normally on Fridays, we don't get to talk about export sales, but we did see those numbers today. And, you know, by and large, across the board, we finally got good numbers. We didn't get to talk about a marketing year low. And I think this is something this market really needs, is to have some good demand behind it. The other thing I'm kind of keeping an eye on is how the bean and corn markets are moving together. And we're already seeing that corn bean ratio down in that 2.2 range. And, you know, if it really starts getting much lower than this, I think it's going to really be pointing towards the potential of shifting more acres into corn as we roll into planting in pretty short order here.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of analysts on calling for, 94 and a half. We had one call for 95.5 million corn acres. I mean, that's kind of beefy.
Yeah, those are really big eye-popping numbers. And, you know, coming up here, Feb 27th, the USDA Ag Outlook Forum happens, and they're going to throw out some numbers to give us something to play with. And, yeah, right now, all the sentiment is really pushing towards more corn acres. You know, kind of 93 has kind of been the lowest I've heard, all the way up to, like you mentioned, 95 million. Big number.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Appreciate you coming on, straightening us all out. Thank you very much, Joe. Have a great weekend. Joe Lardy.
You too.
He's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more livestock with a guy in a cow jacket, maybe. We'll be right back right after this.